Welcome to Coffee Havoc number 2. Okay, so this is the final video for tonight. We are going to explain all 4 songs. If the World Could Stop Hating, Abandoned, Forget Me When I Die, and Unlovable. Alright, so if the world could stop hating, it came to me earlier today. Alright, it came to me because, to be honest, I got a little hate today from some cat on the internet on on TikTok. No, Instagram. Alright? You got a little hate. No. I got into my feelings a little bit. And I would not like to discuss on what the topic was if y'all are okay with that. And maybe in due time I might. But I won't today. Okay? And I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I just don't want to talk about it today. Okay? But this is the problem that we have in the world. Alright? This is straight up the fucking problem. The world has too much hate in it. It really does. It has way too much hate and not enough love. And this is part of the reason why we won't make it if we don't get our shit together. We literally won't make it. As a human species, we won't make it. Because I don't want you to be successful. You don't want me to be successful. And now we're fucking each other over. Now, the reason why I say that, I don't mean y'all specifically. But this is the attitude that the world has. I can't let you have more than me. I don't have that attitude. I have, hey, if you get in, get me in, you know. And the thing is, we don't tend to look out for our fellow human beings. We don't. And we're all guilty of it on some level or another. I'm guilty of it too, in my teens and 20s. But I have an excuse. Even though there's no excuse, I have an excuse. I've been bullied all my life, right? And the one time that I tried to help somebody else who was bullied, they pretty much stabbed me in the back. We didn't get beat up or anything. But I learned right then and there that you can't look out for everybody. Because some people are too scared to look out for themselves. So the world, if it could just stop hating, if the world could stop hating for one day and 24 hours, and we all had the means to fix everything, world peace, in racism, in poverty, get everybody some kind of financial come up, this world would be fucking great. If we could all get away from skin tone, if we could all get away from our personalities and our visceral reactions and just be nice, kind, try to talk versus arguing and screaming all the time, this world would fucking be fantastic. But nobody wants to do that. Not Generation X, not baby boomers, not Gen Z, not millennials, not the current kids that are coming up. And that's part of the problem. We don't want to love each other. Not realizing that humans, we're all we've got. And once we die off, there won't be anyone else. Unless like some pocket aliens come and kidnap some of us and take us away and harvest us and save us. We won't be here. And the sooner we recognize that, the better off we'll be. Abandoned. I've been abandoned most of my life. Friends, family, a few people here on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube have abandoned me. I don't hold ill will towards anybody who's abandoned me, especially the girls. I've been abandoned by every girlfriend I've ever had. And the majority of them have been cheating. And when my dad died, my surrogate dad died first. I felt like he abandoned me. But he really didn't have a choice because he had one heart attack and we had to take him off the machine. It killed me because his cousin Patty, his best friend Patrick, his other surrogate son Brandon, and Brandon's brother, and myself, we had to make that fucking decision. I honestly was against it. But after talking with Patty, and she's his blood relative, I said, at the end of the day, it's really you who has to do this. And we know Rick don't want to be a vegetable, and he don't want to live on a fucking machine for what's left of his life. So we made a decision to pull the trigger, and we unplugged him. And I stayed there until he died. I got to say goodbye to him. My biological dad, I didn't get to say goodbye to him until we cremated him. I got to say goodbye to him then. My mother had to carry me out of the crematorium. I wasn't letting him go. He's the only person on earth besides Rick and a few good friends that have never abandoned me and gave a damn about me. But I feel abandoned all the time. All the fucking time. They never have abandoned me. They're brand new, so they can't, but my other action figures have never abandoned me. And they love me. And I love them. And I know that sounds fucked up coming from a 50-year-old man. But when you've never had friends that you could trust until you got into high school and grade school, and outside of that, when people have always treated you like dog shit, and then the people who don't, either life takes them away from you, not because they died, but because they have lives, they have children and shit like that. Something I never got. I feel abandoned. As for biological family, the bulk of them have abandoned me, which is why I never got the chance to have a family of my own. Been too stuck raising their damn kids, and it hasn't been fun. We're gonna save Forget Me When I Die for the last part of the video. Unlovable. Unlovable is because I feel like no matter what I do, I will never find that right woman who will love me, who will treat me right. I don't need kids, and yeah, I got a massive crush on the flawlessly beautiful and dangerously sexy Zeta Zhang. I mentioned something earlier about being hurt. That was the issue. I wasn't going to say anything, but like I said, I give you guys 99.9. I know I have a snowball's chance in hell with Zeta Zhang. But the dude on Instagram didn't have to rub it in my face. No. And a snowball's chance in hell is still a chance. But I'm not a homewrecker. I'm not. I would never, ever in my life purposely ruin somebody's relationship. Because I've had it done to me one too many times. I've had a gun to my head over a relationship that I didn't know existed. Because the girl and I was the same age, but she was dating a guy who was 26 and we were both 14. You're a pretty fucked up individual to one, be 23 and dating a 14-year-old. To two, put a gun to the head of a 14-year-old. I've never been afraid of death since that day. But I also knew I couldn't beat him. Even though I had Kung Fu, he wasn't in striking distance. He was in shooting distance. The only thing between him and me was the gun. I would have never beat him. Not while he had that gun. Life experience will always be your fucking teacher. As good as I am, I'm not a badass. It depends on the situation. Oh, I can hang with the best of y'all motherfuckers. And as I said in a TikTok earlier, as a martial artist, might have been in this video, in this YouTube tonight. As a martial artist, I can hurt you without trying. I know how good I am. I know what I'm capable of. I don't give a damn what the other person is capable of because I don't fear death. I fear what I will do to a person to keep from dying. I fear me. I don't fear you. So when I tell people I send warnings, not invitations, it's because this is the warning to save you from me. Not to save me from you. If I'm going out, you're going with me. Whether you want to or not, you fucked up when you decided to fight me. And I'm going to make damn sure that if I'm going to die, I'm taking you with me. That's just a rule of thumb. It was like that before I joined the Army. It's like that after the Army. If I'm going out, you going with me. So you better hope like fuck you kill me with the first blow. Because if I can get up, if I can breathe, you're dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you're going with me. So I tell people all the time, I send warnings and invitations. Make peace with your family. Make peace with whatever God you believe in. Because if you come at me with bad intentions, I'm going to show you what bad intentions really are. This is not me acting. This is not me being in character of Echo Fangway Wolf. This is old school ass kicking from 6 years old to 15 years old. I will fuck your shit up. Now, my dad stopped me from fighting at 12 in fighting, but I've had to defend myself since then quite a few times. And the bigger you are, the harder I'm going to hurt you. Nobody's bigger than the last man standing. That's not just a quote from that ninja video game. That shit's a fucking fact. And besides, the second you underestimate your opponent, you're done. Alright, finally, forget me when I die. Alright, look. This part, I gotta give you the whole 1,000. Alright? I got you. This is not going to be easy for y'all to hear. Alright? It's not gonna be easy for me to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I have been dead on the inside forever. Alright? If it wasn't for the friends that I have, if it wasn't for joining the army to die, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for my ex breaking up with me, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for her meeting me in the first place, I wouldn't be here. I have received more hate than anybody on earth. From family and ex-friends and girls. I have been used and I have been abused. Here. Not here, but here. And you do not know what the hell is going on in somebody's mind. Ever. So you have to be careful at how you address people. Why do I want you to forget me when I die? And this is why. You will have more time to live if you forget me when I die. My sibling and I had a conversation a couple of weeks ago. I told you guys about it, right? I'm pretty sure I did. I was pouring tea in a cup and my hand got to shaking. In case you guys forgot, I drew all these pictures right here and I stopped painting them. For the life of me, I don't know what's wrong with my hands. I don't. For the life of me and male pride, I am not going to tell the military that my motherfucking hands shake when I paint. I don't want them sticking shit in me. I don't want them probing me. I don't want them trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong. I'm 50 years old. I never had a chance to live my life. I get to choose how I die. Okay? I get to choose. I get to choose. My acting career has not taken off in 20 years. I get to choose how I die. Rather I die a homeless bum, I'm trying not to let that happen. Rather I die a famous cosplayer, I'm praying for that to happen, but I would much rather be a working actor. I get to choose. I am not going to lay down and die. And yeah, it's not shaking right now, but it does shake. Every now and again. This one too. Sometimes it shakes when I draw back my bow. Should I be scared? Probably. Am I scared? No. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's one thing that's inevitable, and we are all going to die. I get to choose how I die. I'm not going to prison, so I'm not going to die there, because I don't do anything wrong or illegal. If I die saving someone, and I can't be saved after saving that person, I'm okay with it, because I would have actually got to do the one thing I've always wanted to do in my entire life, and that's be a fucking hero. If I die in my sleep, I get to choose. I want you to forget me when I die. I want you to understand that this is not a bad song, but it is a fact. There are plenty of people who are going to forget me when I die. I'm getting cremated. There will be no grave. There will be urn, ashes, and you can throw the motherfuckers anywhere you want, because I will be dead. No one will remember the good deeds I've done. No one will remember the bad deeds I've done. And I hope before I get to judgment that they somewhere level out. I want the world to do one thing when I die. I want the world to try to love each other with no hate and no racism. And if I die tomorrow, by unknown means, forget me when I die needs to go viral. So you will forget me when I die, but you will remember that damn song, all 3 versions, until you die. Call it a fucked up awakening. The thing is, though, in all honesty, how many people remember how Abraham Lincoln died, or Franklin Roosevelt, or Theodore Roosevelt, or Sitting Bull? How many? Can you tell me how Sitting Bull died? Can you make me a video and say, yeah, you know, Sitting Bull did this? Probably not. Can you tell me how your grandparents died? Yes, because you're connected to them. Not just by blood, but by soul. You're not connected to me outside of social media. I would hate to be burning in hell or watching from heaven to see people mourning me when I'm gone. Honor me. Great. I honor Bruce Lee all the time. I honor Brandon Lee all the time. I honor all actors that I admire when they die. I can tell you the day my father died. I can tell you the day my surrogate fathers died. I won't forget them because I'm connected to them by soul. Can I forget some of the things they've done? Nope. Because we've had words. We have sinned against each other. We have threatened each other more times than I can count. I have forgiven, and I've moved on. So here's what we do. You can forgive me for leaving you because we're all going to die. But what else you can do? You can forget me. And you should, because that way your life can prosper and go on. The only thing you need to remember is the mistakes that I made on my journey. Put a check in the good things that I've done, the shit that was successful, the shit that was not successful. You can put that shit on the back burner. On a side note, you probably remember the shit that I failed at the most, so that you don't fail doing the same shit. But the shit that I was successful at, that would probably be the only thing that would count. Because most people don't want to admit that they fail. I've been failing at acting for 20 some odd fucking years. I'm too deep in to quit. But I've had nothing but bad luck ever since I started this shit. Excuse me. But I'm honest about it. The only thing I don't want you to forget is that I tried real hard to stay honest and be moral. Thank you for watching. My name is Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Epic number 2. Be seeing you.